Greetings. Hello. Salutations. All right. Let's set this game up, bruv. ROADWARDEN. So this is a text-based game. I don't know. People were recommending this game online. I picked it up. Let's see how good it is. No idea. What's this? We marvel at the serenity of the forest and crave the shroud of its silence. Pretty cool. Hold up, guys. Hold up, homies. Let's enter, actually. I'm fine. Welcome to ROADWARDEN's anniversary patch. It improves a few stories and bits of interface, but sadly it won't work well with the old saves. No! You guys! You promised us improvements. Now we have to play it again? Big sad. Big sad. Big sad. BRB, guys. Hey, guys. What's up, dude? Hold up. I recommend starting your playthrough fresh. In newly available advanced difficult settings, you can choose to skip opening section of the game. What if I don't want to skip? Thank you so much for giving my game a chance. This is a fucking one-man game? Really? Blah blah blah. Okay, proceed. Continue. How am I gonna continue? I can't. I can't, brother. Yes, please. I don't think game is loud or quiet, so it's cool. Mute all. No. Okay. Alright. New game, baby. Everyone knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people will never risk a lonely journey. ROADWARDENs not only accept this struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and if possible get rid of the beasts and highwaymen. They live on the road, die young, or retire early. But they're like witchers, but they're not cool. Yeah, man. You don't get to fight a lot of monsters, or you know, like they don't attract witches. Sorry, sorceresses, not witches. Dangerous job, but a respectable one. Yeah, people don't respect witchers. And it pays well. I leave the safety of the city walls. I still have my doubts. Oh, I picked the fucking difficulty, maybe? What? What was that? What did I pick, guys? I thought game started. This is a website? Another game of them? Okay. New game. I better check my bundles. I think my horse has a... I should practice with my axe. Man, when am I gonna be out of fucking excuses? I'll work in the harbor, better pay my better supplies. I'll share one more day with my loved ones. I don't like this picture. I'll better go to that wedding first. Oh, this guy's fucking hilarious. One more evening in an ale house. Ale house, one heard? I don't feel so well. That's literally me though, guys. when I'm asked to do something, I actually don't feel well. I have been sleeping too much. No more waiting. I cannot wait anymore. Pick a difficulty mode. This choice can't be altered later on. Alright, casual. For those focused on the story, no limit, no time limit. More cash at the start. Some quests are more forgiving. Standard is for those familiar with RPGs, 40-day time limit, regular rule set, and restrictive. For the returning Road Wardens. I'm not a returning Road Warden. 30-day time limit, increase nighttime damage. Huh? Yeah, I want to go with hard mode. It's just, I don't know how things work in this game. What if I hate it? Difficulty. I don't know. 30-day time limit. How much text are we gonna read in this game? That's what I'm concerned of. If I'm gonna read a lot, then I don't wanna do hard mode. I'm gonna go to hard mode. If there's too much... Yeah, the thing I'm afraid of is that I'm gonna fucking get tired of dying at some point. I mean, I'm gonna get tired. I'm gonna get tired of reading, and I'm gonna die at some point. I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna play this game. I don't want that to happen. The wall is still standing. There are no wolves around, no stench of the blood. Good signs. This should be the place you're looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices, no sound of labor. The gate is ajar, but camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and pebblers, but not beast folk, nor trolls. And the night is near. Your palfrey breathes heavily. It had a long day. Where am I? I'm inside. No, this is outside. I'm here. Yeah, my god. A sprite with fine animation would go like great distances here, but peek inside, dude. I took damage. Your heavy boots hit the ground and pain of the long ride finally catches up with you. You stretch out, bringing your back and legs comfort. All you want now is the table, a decent chair, a nice mug of beer, and some warm stew. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. Approach the gate slowly. If it's a military cap, it doesn't look the part. I don't like the looping the music. I'm gonna actually a little bit lower it. My hand. So it's not a military camp. Plenty of wasted space. The fire pit is cold. 2 people are sitting at the table, tired and disheartened. They are looking in the different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment, you notice the quiet humming. You recognize the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbor. I'll enter, guys. Oh boy. Hold up. Bam, bam, bam. Not on. It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes. His beard is messy. Oh my god, this music is looping, is not helping me at all. At all. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. 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 Thank you. There are bags under his eyes. His beard is messy despite his simple shirt. He's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace with a head covered in iron hangs at his side, but he doesn't reach for it. I'll take a look at the second cell. Just like you, she's wearing a gabeson. What is gabeson, guys? Gabeson. Oh, this shit? Alright, so this is the gabeson. How do you pronounce this?
Gambason.
Gambason. Right?
Gambason.
Wait. Nah, it's the fucking shirt. Right, alright. Fucking translate, Google Translate is translating something stupid. Anyways. Okay, so now this is loud. Now this is loud. Thank you. But hers is a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven. Wow. And if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs, as if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are wary yet kind. She smiles. Considering this squad was sent here half a year ago, these two surely looked the part. Though there should be more of them. 8, you believe? I let them speak first. It's nice to see it. Guys, this is playing... what was it? AI Dungeon, but it's not AI. It's just scripted. But I believe this is random. So, kind of feels like AI Dungeon. Let's go. Man, I really like to try not browser version, but executable version, maybe on Steam, AI Dungeon, proper working one day. Like, stop using AI to fucking generate fucking weird pictures, man, or fucking weird ass videos. Let's use AI for this. You know? Dungeon experiences. I'm smashing my fucking desk. Okay. Anyways, it's nice to see an unharmed traveler in this godforsaken shithole. Makes me just a tiny bit hopeful. The bearded man's voice is strong, yet timid. You'll be staying the night with us, I guess. We are soldiers, he and I, adds the armored woman. Her voice switches from half asleep to relaxed. We'll do our best to keep the camp safe. But if you were to take the first watch, it would be a huge help. Travelers ought to help each other, wouldn't you say? You think for a moment to fully rest, you'll need a good sleep. So hold up. Who's taking the first watch again? But if you were to take the first watch, it would... Okay, I am tired, but I gotta fucking... Yeah, I gotta be helpful. Fantastic! She rubs her hands together. I don't remember the last time I had more than a half a night of sleep. The hours before midnight should be calmest. Just wake us up if anything happens. The man flashes you a wide smile. It's easy to wake us up, just yell. He drinks from his mug. I asked him about the lieutenants. You wonder how to phrase your question. Oh. Friendly? No, I don't need a playful. With support. I mean, they would appreciate playful though. Oh, this is a great mechanic. Hold up. Whenever you meet new people, you can influence how they perceive you by selecting one of the attitudes. Distance. I don't want to be distant with them. No. Vulnerable. Be sad, tired, afraid. No. It's gonna be one of these two. I think I gotta be friendly with them. This support's been cordial. I think they will appreciate playful too, though. Nader, hello, friend. Hello. How are you? I'm doing okay. How are you? Welcome back. Use a joke or a witty comment about their lieutenant. No, I'm gonna go with friendly. Oh, wait, they change? So I can read it. I'm sure you're busy, but if you could just introduce me to your... Nah. I was hoping to meet your lieutenant. Could you... Yeah. The woman lets out a loud sigh, does her off ambition, and steps toward you. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. We most definitely can, you and I, though holding this rank is still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Question mark. Did you lose your mount? Question mark. She observes you with a curiosity. Or are you looking for help? Alright, so I am your new road warden. My horse is waiting outside. Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you got here in one piece, all by yourself. Better bring your beast here, adds the lieutenant. We have no hay, but I bet it dreams of dropping its saddle. A long pause. I am Tulia, by the way. She reaches out her hand. So far so good, long time no see. Hey, welcome back, friend. I hope you're doing good. Alright. So... It may be a trap I gesture for... No, dude. I trust them. Oh, wait. It may be a trap. I gesture for her to stop pretending to be embarrassed. I should wash myself first, but... I'm gonna shake her hand, guys. This is the human interaction I've had in a while, the only one. So, how do you want people to call you? Oh God! All right. Okay. So, Oblivion battle team. Come on, give me the most. Come on. How was the game so far? My friend recommended this game to me a few years ago, bought it and never played it. I am like people online been recommending this game. I bought it and now I'm playing it. So I can't really say it's good or bad just yet. I just started playing, so... my name is gonna be... I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Your grasp is confident. The shake is slight. Just keep your horse away from the tents. She steps away. You don't need to smell its dung. Oh my god, you calling me fucking horse? Fucking stinky poopy? Not cool, lady. Ah, there's this one issue. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet. We have no tent to spare. You'll have to use a blanket or something. I should get used to sleeping on the ground anyway. Yep. You walk through the gate, your mount looks around and snorts anxiously. Not many humans could ride a horse. It's not only taller than you, but it's also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can get it in the saddle within a single breath, but most people wouldn't know where to even begin. From every side, it's a wall of flesh. Horses were brought to the Dragonwoods from the conquest in the south. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Your palfrey needs you to survive, but without it, you too will be lost. Alright, so... It's my only companion here. I want it to feel at ease, yes. Alright, Nader, have a good one, friend. Bye-bye. It takes a few steps toward you, calling you with another snort. You scratch the bottom of its neck with strength and confidence just the way it likes it. Humans see useful animals and even pets as monsters in disguise. Getting emotional attached to them is believed to lead humans to their doom. What the fuck? What are you saying, dude? But you know that horses need companion, dude. Why are you being weird? I speak to gently and lead it to the camp. Am I gonna mate my horse? Yo, give me the other battle team from Oblivion right now, dude. You end you end up next to the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes the horse nicker with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine its back just in case. While the riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal, with enough time it starts to chafe. You wish it had something better to eat than this shabby grass. You should look for an inn. I need to unpack. You haven't brought that many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corpse Eaters. First of all, you have no rope left, but maybe the soldiers could share one. Shouldn't cost more than a dragon bone. That a fucking currency, or just trading? Aside from the travel set, you own a few valuable possessions, essential for your trade. Alright guys, I'm gonna check the fucking possessions. But... Okay, so... fighter. Spam my... What am I... Fighter. This is my class. Am I picking my class right now? I spend my savings on decent combat equipment. I have a fine gambeson, an axe made of steel, and reliable so I'm picking my class. Mage. I have talismans that help me use my powers, as well as the iron axe and worn gambeson. Scholar. I carry writing instruments and alchemical ingredients, as well as an iron axe, as a worn gambeson, and small healing. So I'm confused. I'm confused. Huh. I want to learn more about 3 classes. So I'm picking classes, guys. Right? As a fighter, you will have an easier time with physical challenges, thanks to your superior equipment and hidden bonuses during dice rolls. You'll be physically more capable than other classes. What weapons or unique opportunities during some social interactions? It's the best class for RPG beginners. A fighter's weakness is their reliance on physical strength. Your special abilities won't be available to you if your vitality drops to 0. Special abilities. The mage uses Phenomena. A versatile but limited pool of energy points that can be spent to cast a few humble spells. Magic won't protect you better than a sharp axe, but as a mage you'll be able to feel faster while resting. Attack magic in a mysterious area. I'm not gonna be a fucking mage, guys. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Detect magic in a mysterious area, distract a beast with a simple trick, and find a common tongue with other magic users. Using the mage powers to freely will result in having no phenomena left when you need it most. Scholar will... Okay, so we're reading Scholar now. Scholar will know more about the world's mysteries than you, helping you take advantage of some unusual situations. Your character will impress the locals with its knowledge. You'll be able to read sparse within clues without anyone's assistance. Scholars struggle with combat more than other classes, but with enough carefulness and exploration, you'll gain access to... what? Situations. I'll be a fighter, I'll be a mage. I like to play as a scholar, guys. Yeah. 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 I'm definitely dying soon. Definitely. I don't know, man. I'll fucking beg. I'll cry. Maybe they will leave me alone and don't attack me. I don't know. You unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin. Your water skin isn't pierced. Water skin isn't pierced. The spare clothes are still here, just in case. You take a look at your wooden bowl and mug and your cape and tinderbox and bandages, food rations, knife. Nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time, your routine helps you avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. I return to the soldiers, and they're at the table again, observing your beast and chatting between themselves. Your stomach growls at the sight of them eating out of the bowls. One more bowl was put at a previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. I'm hungry though, so I gotta eat. What? I joined them. It's called gruel, meal eaten in times of hardship. This specific bowl is filled with water, hog, millet, some strange looking cereals, and blueberries. Bro, I gotta fucking eat, man. I was hungry. I was hungry, bro. You kidding, bro? I was hungry. Yo, where's the Oblivion soundtrack? Oblivion soundtrack. They're gonna fucking flag and move my bot to the Oblivion, quote unquote. Where is it? Nah, not this one. Yeah, play any. Um, Welcoming you with the meal, even a humble one, is beyond their... Dude, games music is just... this. On loop. Like, come on. Come on. Not bad, it's a bad loop during the game. Campaign. So... yeah. Welcome with a meal, even a humble one, is beyond their duty. Soldiers live with and for their companions, constantly on the move from one part of the realm to another. Is this music now? This is better. Making sacrifices to protect their group as they face dozens of hideous creatures, their lives are filled with discipline, hardship, and camaraderie. Road Wardens, on the other hand, learn how to work by themselves. They seldom engage in open combat, patrolling the same roads for years. They help the settlements stay in touch, but also maintain commerce. Settle down, forge friendships. When there are no laws to follow, they use their own judgment. Different responsibilities, different lifestyles. I eat quickly, not focusing on the taste, then speak with Tulia. She is cool. She's focused and chooses her words carefully. She looks away only when she gathers her thoughts. I'm afraid I can tell you less than I would like to, and less than I should. She nods toward the other soldier. As you can see, there is not a lot of us left. At the beginning of summer, there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 were dead, 1 has run away in tears. We are also strangers in this land, adds her companion. Any piece of information may help me do my job. The man leans forward, his legs shake nervously. He sounds like a kid asking a bard to sing one more story, tell a joke, or do a magic trick. Whatever it takes to escape from boredom. His untrimmed beard hides a much younger face than you originally thought. What did the officials tell you? I expect not that much. No soul governs these lands. Alright, what am I picking, guys? I share what I consider to be relevant. You tell the soldiers how little guidance you have received, since this area is too far away from Havloven. To keep it under control, you were warned that it is untamed and unknown. Who knows how many villages, bandits, or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Do they turn into walking corpses or find what they are looking for? No soul could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. The lieutenant drinks from her cup and crosses her legs, ankle on knee. Seeing her chair makes you doubt she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? I'm not gonna fucking talk about every single one of these, right? Oh. What should I know about the peninsula? I'll tell you what I know. Guys, there's a lot of reading. I'll tell you... Yeah, this is not a good stream game. I'll tell you what I know. You'll be the judge, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get here from the city? Yeah, no combat, guys. Is that combat music? Anyways. How long did it take you to get here from the city? On a decent palfrey, I would guess it would be 3 or 4 days. When you confirm, she continues. From here, you can reach the coast in about a day, as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Question mark. Why no ships can get here? Question mark. You're not. The Sea Rat allows Howloan officials to keep in touch with the coastal villages. Collect taxes, move the soldiers, collect lumber, deliver tools. But maintaining order on a wild coast such as this one is like filling the ocean depths with coins. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore, and boats can get much closer. She nods. I don't know much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they don't crave to stay in touch with the city folk. As she pauses, her companion carries on. No soul from the north ever came to the camp, but when travel to the roadside inn, belt of north, they are happy to trade and to play dice. Why not just stay at one of the settlements? Question mark. The man cleared his throat. I mean, you know, we are to guard this road. This camp is our post, and well. He turns toward Tulia. She lowers her voice. Don't take it the wrong way, John Road. But are you a devout soul? I don't give a shit about that. Religion, bro. I was scholar, guys. I gotta pick something. I gotta go with this since I'm a scholar, right? If I'm being basic and vanilla. For many years, I supported a monastery that does not as its best to advance mankind's spiritual growth, artistry, herbalism, and magical research. I follow the teachings of an order of truth. Oh, I see. She hesitantly looks away. I don't know much about the River of Fate, but I'm sure we're not that different. I'm a unite myself. Not unite, right? She's a unit, guys. Also, watch out. She says with a sort of pride in her voice, so she follows the United Church. People are here are disquieting. Every few words, she taps the table with her finger. Their traditions won't help them negotiate with officials. What was it? I thought I heard something. Here she starts to draw lines with her index finger as if she's pointing at an invisible map. The peninsula is connected with roads, like a big circle. In the northwest, you'll find a weird village at a walk. It's not exactly pagan. I don't think it even has a priest who claims to be an eremite. You're not. She seems a fellowship. She means a fellowship. They do crazy shit, her companion chips in. They use the dead to cut down trees and dig in soil. Once I saw it, I begged to never return there. I see. You heard tales such as this one since you were a child. If an isolated settlement manages to survive without a city's influence, its customs and traditions grow more and more alien. Every generation learns how to adapt to the dangerous conditions they have to deal with, and rustic pagan traditions muddy their river of fate. The United Church often warns its members about crazy druids, necromancers, blood mages, the bringers of doom, the traitors to humankind. Any monster worth mentioning? Anything that could catch my mind? We saw all sorts of bits. The man starts to count on his fingers. Goblins, trants are monsters. Cats, large and small. Runners, howlers, wolves, spiked boars, moth-lawn eaters, griffons, but we managed to stay away. Some could catch up with most mounts. Tulia glances at her companion. Though a palfrey should be fine. Trees are too tall, not too tall that the flying creatures keep to the coast and mountains. There's not that many humans around and the animals are busy fighting. Among themselves, they fight more for food than territory. The soldier cracks his knuckles. Don't provoke them and ride fast. Just count on luck. Okay. Were you able to speak with these necromancers? You can see why we were not eager to go there if we could avoid it. The lieutenant chuckles. Maybe they'll be more welcoming. Your road warden. The roads are dangerous, with little to no shelters. People need your help. The man in the shirt turns a bit and points a finger to the northwest. If you're heading to the undead village, you'll get in first, and soon. Julia nods. South of the north is a safe place. You can talk with the innkeeper or guards, ask them about the road. How about the east? As if I'm gonna fucking survive that long. I'm asking about things. She stares off across the camp, hard to tell. We went there only once. There are hills, forests, rivers. We saw a tunnel sculpted in leaves and branches, but we didn't enter it. Wilderness all around. Damn, dude. I lost my rope. Could you spare one? You're in luck. She heads toward one of the crates and moves aside a large linen sack, revealing a rope. She brings it back and nonchalantly sits down on her chair. Take it. I was planning to leave it behind. Regular rope made of hemp fibers. Easy, dude. If you were me, where would you go next? The soldier answers quickly. To the inn, of course. He grabs his empty mug. The one northwest from there. If we can afford the room, main hall is free of charge. Oh. I don't have money, I think. Locals rarely gather there. Northern Road is much more traveled, mentions Tulia, but the hunters will tell you about this and that. You will have a chance to introduce yourself. The innkeeper can listen, knows many souls. Any tips on how can I make a good impressions on him? He smirks. Avoid cheap jokes. Stick to trade. Don't waste his time. Show him that you can be relied on. Any ideas what happened to the previous road wardens? Tua takes a deep breath. Aren't you a bit late for a rescue mission? We haven't heard from him for almost a half a year. The soldiers speak for a bit between themselves, trying to get their story straight. They confirm that he had stopped by their camp a few times, but stopped showing up at all in early summer. The bearded soldier starts to scratch the table with the tip of his knife. Without looking at you? I don't remember his voice. Always busy, drowning in things to take care of. He would sit somewhere, sharpen his sword, fix his loud mail, clean cloths, write notes on that wax tablet of his. Yep, and leave it down. Unlike us, Asterion never gets bored. Julia lets out a joyless chuckle. He's secretive, but some of the locals speak about him warmly. Maybe he just doesn't like us. I heard something. What was that? Why am I hearing things? Not my phone. Anyways, sounds like you're not sure if he's dead or not. If anyone knows, they won't tell us. Maybe someone's keeping him in the basement. The man carves with passion. We haven't seen him or his Syrian. Something ate them, I bet. The officials have hired you, right? They don't expect him to return. Richer art wardens often use four-legged, meat-eating saurians as their mounts. They have to be tamed and trained since they're hatching. But, unlike horses, they can easily defend themselves from many monsters. At least your palfrey is fast and reliable and won't suddenly sink its teeth into an innocent passerby. Do you know what he was looking for? Maybe he left you a message? Neither of one of us had any insight into his dealings, says Tulia. My predecessor left me no clues. We also took a look at Asterian's stuff. Wait, raises her open palm. I almost forgot. She stands up and heads to a nearby tent. He has kits in a village near Hollow. I was planning to take all of his things there. A pouch, a second spear, a decent bow, some potions. Quite a treasure. She glances at you, but I would much prefer to bring them the truth about their father. Do you want me to find out what happened to him in exchange for his stuff? Here's the catch. She dusts off the hilt of her sword. We have hired a messenger to ask the commanders ask the commanders for further orders. Since she hasn't returned and you know nothing about her, she either ran away or something happened to her. She sighs with resignation. We are meant to stay here until fall. What do you think? Question mark. Come see us. Tell us what you've learned about the man. And we'll get back to Howlwan together. You think about your real mission. You were planning to return Howlwan in the early fall anyway. If he's alive, I don't think he's going to be happy about me taking away all of his stuff. Okay. Did so much reading. I feel exhausted right now. Are you sure? That says the bearded man. We may not be around next time you come here. I agree, Tulia sighs with relief, and may you do better than Asterion did. Stay vigilant. She winks at you, shattering the mask of a soldier. Thank you for your help. You go to the barrel and splash water in your face, which makes you even more aware of how much you need a bath after the night. It will only get worse. Your horse is already napping, still too anxious to lay down. I prepare for my watch. The soldier in the shirt is eager to guide you. Just observe the area. There's plenty of griffins around, though they won't try to jump over the palisade. Probably better watch out for the apes. They climb up and carry out any food they can. There's this one really loud werelk that keeps smelling the wall, though it says it has never tried to get in. He points at a gate. The lieutenant and I will block the entrances. They are quite heavy, so if anyone comes here looking for shelter, better call us to help you out. And if someone is being chased by wolves or anything, better throw them the rope instead. He scratches his head. If it gets cold, feel free to make a fire, and best place is on the watchtower. You may want to put a blanket there or something. Watchtower? He gives you a long puzzled look. Oh, here! He points at the pile of crates. Just climb up to the tallest one. You will have a great view at the northern side, the more dangerous side. And also, I know you're tired after all that riding. He points at the tent on the other side of the camp. I can handle a couple of hours sleeping on the ground. If you wish, go there after me and rest. Just this once. At least I have a pallet inside. I walk away. I'm fine, don't worry about me. You put your blanket on the tallest crate and sit down. The night is warm, but sporadic summer breeze brings gentle refreshments. From time to time, your back aches and you have to... I gotta fucking check the music. No music? Interesting. If that was that looped music was playing right now, I'd be actually mad. I would be mad, guys. I'm telling you, man. I would be mad. That wasn't a good music. I mean, it was good music, but didn't fit here, especially looped. Where was I? From time to time, your back aches and you have to force yourself to keep your eyes open. The light of the moon helps you focus on the tall grasses. For most of the time, you spot smaller creatures and birds, but there are exceptions. At one point, you see three horned deer trying to challenge one another before they cash their antlers, and a two-legged dragonling appears, leading its much smaller offspring. The furry beasts try to intimidate the predators and talk. Night water. Predators with roars and aggressive head movements. After a few moments, both sides walk away slowly, not willing to risk the fight nor to admit their defeat. I don't let it distract me. I keep looking around. You hear the death screams of distant prey and the mating calls of monkeys. Runners are chasing a gray hare, a group of Muscosans lazily chew the grass, preparing themselves to sleep. A dusk fox is running together with a lynx, making playful screeches. Thankfully, you never have to intervene. You just sit there watching to not so distant forest, trying to outlast your sleepiness. You can only guess how much time has passed. Once you feel you have had enough, you climb down and go to the tent, waking up the bearded man with just a couple of words. You confirm that nothing important has happened. I look for a place protected from wind. I use my bag as a pillow, put my blanket on the ground and cover myself with my cloak. You are used to sleeping in such harsh conditions, but it's better than nothing. If the weather is gentle, maybe you won't catch a cold. Stars instantly inspire your dreams, both with their splendor and making you look for patterns and shapes among them. Your job starts tomorrow. I focus on the real goal of my journey. The Merchant Guild wants to take control of this realm. Your wardening duties are secondary. First and foremost, we need to explore the peninsula. Learn about the territory, resources, and threats. Get to know the locals. And if you can, convince them to consider negotiations with Howloman officials and traders. Could the tribes resist the soldiers or be a threat to the priests of the United Church? Are there any forbidden practices that need to be eradicated, such as blood and magic, necromancy, necromancy, robbery, or slavery? Question mark. At least I have time, 30 days to be exact. I need to be as thorough as I can. Once you finish your reconnaissance, you should speak with Tolia and return to Howlund. There, you'll report back to your employers and get your reward. In the meantime, you'll have your own goal to pursue. I have to gather some extra coins so I can save my sibling from debt collectors. I need to gather some extra coins so I can retire early, live in prosperity and safety. So I'm picking my own goal, right? If I gather enough connections among the local leaders, I'll use them to become a major player in the Merchant Guild. I want to be remembered as a whole world of peace and order to the I'm hero. I just want to help people make this region safe for locals and no, I need to find new life for myself. I have a difficult path and I'm a scholar, so I gotta go with either merchant shit or yeah. I want to become a major player in the Merchant Guild. Gain influence. Your half-asleep senses are catching the sounds of the wild forest. Your instincts keep you alert and anxious, though the pleasant, humid late summer air evens it out slowly. You're thinking about your goal, but you need to gather. Dude, stop. Stop. You need to gather your strength. All I can do is now rest. Okay. Sleep. I'm sleeping, guys. Oh shit. I lost vitality. How did I lose vitality? Didn't I have full health? No, I had a third of fourth. And food as well. You're surrounded by sunlight. Your back begs you to stand up before you fully wake up. You smell a roast. No rotten meat. Disgust crawls toward your consciousness. You stand up. Normally you would just dust off your cape and blanket, but your instincts are stronger than your routine. Your horse is looking around nervously. Your bags are where you had left them. You see an open gate. I go outside to see what's happening. Oh no, guys. Both soldiers are standing near a humble pyre. The man in the shirt looks at it contemplatively. Julie is the first one to address you. John Rhodes! She greets you with a nod. You use the horse's manure for the flame, so don't worry about cleaning it up. Oh. You see a corpse among the flames. It's impossible to tell if it belongs to a male or female, but it was an adult. The burning process won't be over for a couple more hours. A traveler or an undead? The latter, a young one. She lacked the pneuma. Alright, enough struggling. Hold on. E-N-E-U-M-A. Work, damn it. Doesn't work, guys. Pneuma.
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 Pneuma. Selected Pneuma to understand that she couldn't get inside the camp without climbing. I stabbed her with a spear from a safe distance. She shifts her weight. One more fog and she will be a real threat. Even now, it took a couple of hits to knock her down. Sooner or later, every human shell wakes up, gaining more strength with each soul it devours and each moment it spends in the fogs. Burning the dead is not just a religious practice, it's a necessity. Soldiers, priests, village mayors, even road wardens making a large pyre takes a lot of time. But it saves lives. Tulia calls is undead as she. Most unites hesitates to do so. Time for me to leave. Running away from the rig, huh? I don't blame you. She walks with you for a few steps. Find us here if you need us. Or if you learn what happened to Asterion, there's enough ground here for you to rest. Safe travels. These words make you stop. An old farewell mocked in a number of songs and tales, but yet you hear no scorn in Tulia's voice. You wonder how many acts of kindness like this one you're going to experience in the days to follow. She turns to the pyre. I prepare myself for the journey. You somehow miss the fact that your mount is already settled and warmed up. You double check the equipment, but you don't need to fix anything. The soldiers were diligent, normally prepared. Any power free for a long journey takes a lot of time. You put on your gambeson and make sure that your axe is... I was reading that. Your axe is tightly attached to your belt and get in the saddle. Powerful knickers, ready to leave. It's time for you to get to the crossroads north from here. I need to ride north. Alright, I gotta congratulate this game to make me read almost for an hour non-stop. Good job, dude. Yeah, I mean, we just did the tutorial part, or I guess, or the intro part. I did not have fun. And yeah, too much reading. Man, I don't want to read more. I want to read more, dude. Holy. Even at a later hour, you wouldn't expect to meet any travelers in the valley. The warm summer breeze lures your mount forward, but the serene chirping of birds is quickly replaced by the distracting screeches and gargles coming from the further down the path. You soon find a pack of four-legged griffins. They are larger than foxes and merge the features of birds and furred beasts. Each one is of a different size, coat, and colors, and their temperaments are just as varied. Their fawns are covered with vivid feathers, while their rears have darker fur. Their wings are massive, making them impressive jumpers, but they are too heavy to fly. About 2 dozen beasts are yelling, growling, and chasing each other around, blocking your path. You can enter the forest blindly. If these or other creatures were to chase after you, the ticket would be disastrous for your horse. There are reasons why travelers stay as close to the main roads as possible, why adventurers move in groups. Usually the safest approach would be to stay where you are and just wait for the pack to get hungry. It may, however, take up to a couple of hours. You're thinking about your conversation with Tulia. You got a lot to do, and time may be of the essence. I gotta roll, guys. Gotta roll. But before rolling, I gotta get some water, man. I am fucking... Oof. I'm dying. That's better. I should pick this. I want this game to end right now, so I take my axe, hurry the horse. If you ride fast enough, we should be fine. Uh-oh. Initially, your horse completely trusts your guidance, though after a few more steps in snorts, you prepare your axe and get ready to push away any griffin willing to jump on you. Once you get in the middle of the surprise herd, your mount squeals and gallops forward. Creature in front of you flee, but others try to jump at you from the both sides. You kick 2 of them away, but third one scratches your leg. It hurts, though only a bit. You ride away. The griffins can't keep up. You still hear their screeches when your mount slows down. Once I get a safer spot, I stop to clean and bandage my wound. With what? What's this? The road splits. According to what the soldiers have told you, you may find a safe inn by turning left. The forest to the right is lush and trail overgrown. Kids used to have this song, how did it go? The harshest pathway leads to the dragon's lair. Those who search for treasure, do you truly dare? The signpost in front of you doesn't make your situation much clearer. It was put here by someone who can write. For folks who can read. Covered in old red paint, it points east. Blood there. As people say, danger to be far. There's not a soul to ask for guidance. I'll look at my horse. What is his name? George is peaceful as he strokes its mane. Maybe it can help you choose a path, but you spent many years together. Happy to go on. It takes a couple of steps forward. You spot a few berry shrubs and wild cabbages, but they still need at least 2 weeks. Gain maturity. Time to make a turn. Bam, bam. Adventure, guys. I'm getting bored. The curvy road east is overgrown. George trots when it has a chance, but more often it walks. Forced to jump over larger branches, blocking the path. Nearby lake is surrounded by thirsty wildlife. I observe the dark forest, ready to react if something jumps at me. This. A couple of stone slabs were turned into a hut-like shape, one of the ancient chapels raised by the priests of the United Church in the days of few soldiers and even fewer shelters. The dolmens proved to be especially durable, though the conditions they offered were harsh. The entrance is barely wide enough to let you walk inside. It was meant to keep larger beasts away, including your palfrey. No, man, you can't spend the night here. You dismount and look around. I approached the hourglass carved into stone. It's the most uncommon religious sign of the city folk, adopted by the church, orders of truth, and the majority of the fellowships. It's used in temples and during the funeral rites, but also to decorate codices or jewelry. Winged hourglasses portray the ephemerality, what is this word, of life and the rigidity of time. When possible, they are made of steel, signifying the strength of humankind's determination and innovation. As a member of the Order of Truth, I should bow before hourglass to honor brave builders of the past. It's about a sign trying to protect an obsolete building, and I step away. Fuck religion, dude. Enter the chapel. Beams of light get through the gaps between the rocks, but you can hardly see anything. A torch would fill the place with smoke, but candle will suffice. You wonder how many travelers have sat on the cold rock observing the entrance and the fighting with their heavy eyelids. I go outside, guys. Do I gotta look around? What are you looking for or paying attention to? Example door. This is interesting. So, a tool, maybe. You either don't find it or can understand. Okay, I'll look for something else. I look at balls. They're all around. I look at ocean. No. I look at the ceiling. You see a couple of spider webs. One of the spots on the ceiling is covered by soot. I look for something. I look at I look at the ground. Even though a part of the ground is covered with a single massive slab, there are sections free of any flooring. You see soil, small rocks, sand. In one spot you find the remains of a charred wood. Charred wood. Part of the floor is littered with the remains of an old campfire, not more than a couple of months old. You see dust, burnt bones, and wood. The wall above this spot is covered with soot. I go outside, guys, I'm done. George is listening to the leaves carefully. I don't want to enter the chapel. Candle? You unpack the tinderbox from your saddles and place the flint and linen char cloth on the narrow slab sticking out to the right of the entrance. Decades ago, before southern invasion, people used fire strikes made of thick steel, but all you have left is a cube-like piece of harsh pyrite. It's not the best, but enough to make a couple of sparks. Sadly, the weak light is hardly enough to let you examine this chamber. Oh, it's that dark, huh? Candlelight may be weak. You touch your surroundings, bringing the candle closer whenever something catches your attention. Even though a part of the ground is covered with single massive slab, there are sections free of any flooring. You see soil, small rocks, sand. In one spot you find remains of charred wood. Also, you notice sticky soot on the walls. Parts of it covered black marks and pictures, possibly letters. You notice sticky soot on the walls, parts of it covered black marks and pictures and possibly... What am I fucking looking for? Game, let me leave, dude. Thank you. Fuck. This fucking game. The neglected path barely finds any space among all the hills, trees, streams. There are deer on the ground, lying in a red puddle, surrounded by a small pack of creatures which notice your presence quickly. There's about 8 of them, which thick furs in shades of brown, gray, and black, hairless faces with small eyes and large mouths. Currently stained by the blood of their prey, some of them move on all fours while others comfortably stand on 2 feet. There are 2 to 3 heads shorter than you, but it's your mount which truly towers over them. You see how a couple of beasts take a few steps back, grunting and glancing at one another. The one with the grey fur shouts, the others move toward the rocks and sticks which are piled on the road. They hold them awkwardly and some struggle to maintain a straight posture, leaning on their new weapons for support. Then almost all of them spread to your left and right, blending with the shrubs loudly. Only 2 of the apes are standing still. I grab my axe and hold the reins tightly. George tries to turn around, but loyally follows your directions. Alright, the guy who made this game doesn't have a sense of humor, I guess, so that's why this game feels... it feels very dry. Even though it's not dry, it's very rich, but... I didn't have a single laugh up until now, I guess. No, we had some chuckles at the beginning, but still, it wasn't funny. Okay, exactly. This isn't funny, but still, I find it funny. Anyways, I wish it was a more enjoyable on that side. Anyways, it's good. Throw them some food. That's an idea. But I gotta roll the dice. I wish I could just see the chances too. So I'm gonna scream at the pack, shaking my weapon like a madman, try to scare them away. Oh god. You do your best, raising your voice in a fierce shout and showing that you're ready to take them down. The Grey Goblin seems unmoved, showing you its long tusk and swinging its arms. And its younger companion looks around, grunting, and then stays in the place. The Grey One then focuses its attention on you, or rather something that's just behind you. Then you get stabbed in the back. Literally, you turn around, seeing a goblin that, as far as you can tell, was not a part of the group surrounding the carcass. It's holding a wooden spear, or rather a pointed stick longer than the Creature is tall. Your armor was able to reduce impact, but you feel the pain from the hit, and you can tell the linen was torn. You will need to find someone able to fix it. You wonder how many of them are still hiding among the trees. I can't win. I can't run away. I rush George forward. Your mount speeds up, though it doesn't have enough space to enter a gallop. You prepare your weapon, but while you feel somewhat comfortable with a blade pen on foot, fighting from a saddle is completely unfamiliar to you. The younger goblin attempts to stop your horse, but the strike it receives sends it into the nearby bush. Screaming in pain. The grey one, however, manages to grab your boot and is now trying to keep up with your speed, making one long leap after another. The first strong swing of your axe was unable to reach the target. A spear would do better in this scenario, true. Not faster, right? No, I kick it off. Oh, fuck. You swing your foot around. You swing your foot around, or at least you try. Overwhelmed by the weight and muscles of the beast, before you manage to land a hit, your leg is already in great pain. The beast, however, gets scared. It lets go of the boot and leaps away, landing on the two hind limbs. It shouts after you, but stops its pursuit, though it hurts. Your leg is free. The road is clear. You ride as fast as we can. What am I gonna happen? What's gonna happen to me? Oh, fuck. For a few more moments, you hear angry shouts and screeches, but soon after that, it's again only you and your mount. The time to see what we're going to find down the road. Well, we gotta play World of Horror soon, TM. Sometime this year or next year, we gotta play it. A round pine tree blocks the road. For a wayfarer walking over the thin branches at the top is not much of an issue. Even George, led on a rope, could walk around the stump, but a large wagon couldn't move onwards in one piece. At least not without detaching the mules, unpacking all the wares, and moving every by hand. Cutting a tree into pieces would take hours, even with proper tools, and you can hope to move it with just muscles that you and your mount have to offer. Is washing myself in the river will lose my whatever? Oh, I'm dirty, guys. I gotta do this stuff. River is full of life, not only a bit brown and greenish, but also smelling of algae. It won't help you much. God damn it! You need at least one piece of bathing equipment to get more of this place. Huh? I need equipment to fucking take a bath? What? The planks are still firm and there's no mustiness in the air, but the vehicle needs just a push to fall to pieces like a child's toy with nothing to keep the parts together. There are ways to construct a wagon with just wood, leather and fiber, but you find the marks of hinges, braces, nails, and clamps, which are now all gone. The wheels are missing their steel rims. You find only one linen bag, empty and moist. You can't estimate how deep the tracks are. The ground was hard, so the cart's weight wasn't a significant factor. Thump. You don't find any marks of a maw or paws. Top is hip high and unnaturally smooth. You could comfortably sit down on it. Interesting, okay. 3. The leaves are not completely dry when you break one of the twigs. It still contains water. There are no signs of sickness that you can recognize, and termites and other bugs are still sparse. Beneath the trunk, there is no blood, no abandoned limbs. I think I know what happened here. What do you think has happened to the tree? It was cut down to set up an ambush. That's what I think. It was working. No. 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 Ambush. Why was a wagon abandoned? He was attacked by a highwayman. Hold up. Yeah. Highwayman? What was original shots put on the wagon? I don't know, man. Do I gotta solve this mystery? I'm gonna guess it's someone's belongings, but okay, let me see. Oh my god. No hoof prints? First set is near the destroyed wagon. The wayfarer suddenly stopped. You can see where, yeah. The second trail is close to the pre-stop. Most of the marks were left by flat, cheap boots, not suitable for long walks. Someone was wearing hard, wild heels, distorting the ground. Both trails avoid the eastern wilderness. They stick to the main road, lead you to the north. They could have belonged to the 2 dozen people, maybe more. You follow them for a bit, lose them once. There's no mud. Needles to find. Bushes. You found an arrow. Alright, I need some Oblivion music right now. Thank you. Only broken twigs, fallen leaves, trampled grass, and disappointing arrow made by a human hand. With a head made of horn and black-orange fletching, these feathers originally belonged to one of the local peasants. You see no arrow marks around, not even an arrow. Okay. Western Hill. Rocky wall is much of a challenge. Top of the hill is covered with short grass and sparse trees. You notice a couple of bushes. A good view of the road, just next to the remains of a campfire, charred pieces of fruit, ash, bird bones, trampled grass, and a broken earthenware bottle. You follow the deepest tracks leading to the edge of the soft earth. Someone jumped down. Or at least stopped stepping on the grass. I know what happened here, bro. Highwayman, bro. Passengers. What happened to the owners of the wagon? Jesus, man, enough with this questions. They disappeared in the wilderness. This could be like, why not? But I'm guessing they take a note, dude. You think that tree was cut down to set up an ambush? The car which transported human passengers was attacked by a highwayman. Its owners were taken note. Are you sure? While you can be sure of what really happened, you don't think there's much left for you to find. Let's hope you haven't missed it. Yo, fuck you, man. I wanna wash myself. You go back to... Cannot... Game locked me here. No, game didn't lock me here. I'm gonna leave. As long as you ride uphill, the forest is sparse. Soon after, the tree roots tear the path apart. The road is coated with branches of acorns, leaves, and chestnuts, and some seedlings have already broken through the pitted surface of the road. If left undisturbed for another year or two, the forest will reclaim this place. Finally, you ride upward again. The plants are getting smaller, the road more rocky. I sigh with relief. Another fucking post, I guess. While the hills are full of life, you don't hear anything coming from the watchtower. Its upper level lacks a wooden platform from which the guards could fire their crossbows or drop stones on the opponents below. But this place was not meant to be used in combat, but rather as a shelter from claws and fangs. Such structures can be found in especially untamed parts of the Dragonwoods, used occasionally by travelers or patrolling squads. Since the end of the war, the cities can't find enough people and dragon bones to keep them in good shape. You see no footsteps, no lights, no fresh trash or latrine. The birds are preening their feathers on the top of the tower, while the branches of nearby trees are swaying in the fierce cold wind. I look for the tracks I saw near the fallen tree. Tracks lead here through the narrow gate and west. The hard heels are especially noticeable. Signpost. The wood and leathers are damaged by decades of rains. Frost borers close mosses to scratch off some of the moss. The plank on the top points toward the watchtower, where the letter spells south, and away from it, with the additionally carved note. The one beneath it points east, and this time you see tidily written word painted on the wood in blue. Enchanting. In Howlovan, enchanters are artisans specialized. Oh my god, enough word. Magical Punuma. And sure enough, the arrow here looks more like a magic wand. The bottom plank pointing west is a picture of a tall tower on it, surrounded by little houses. The carving spells monastery, but the wood is covered in red paint, suggesting danger. I examine the campfire spot at the fence. You see a shattered bowl, the remains of a meal from many years ago. However, the firewood and the lonely stool are not too old. You don't doubt that the watchtower seems less threatening to wayfarers than the wilderness around it. Entrance? You take a look at George. If necessary, it could bow its head and walk inside. This place should be a decent shelter for both of you. Planks are strong, heavy, well protected from rain and wind. When you knock, they seem to be thick. While the door shakes at your push, it won't open. Defensive structures usually have a locking bar on the inner side, but you also see a large keyhole. You walk around the tower, making sure there are no open windows or other entrances. It doesn't look like you can get in this without destroying the door, and doing so is going to make a potential entryway for wild creatures. So... I look through the keyhole. Kneel down and take a peek. There's nothing in the hole, but the room is dark with tiny bits of light passing through the crevices of the windows. You see the shapes of wooden furniture, like tables, casks, and a ladder, but only movement you notice belongs to the dust dancing in the sunbeam. I return to the crossroads. Entrance. Door is locked. Ay, ay, ay. Spruce trees. I can stay here? Nice, dude. Can spend the night here, dude. I don't want to read this, guys. I'm tired. It's been an hour and a half almost. We travel, I guess. I go to the north to fight the dragons. With no trees or cracks blocking the sun, the road is bright and inviting. Simple bridges, centuries old, beaten by time, it makes you think of dolmen you saw south of here. The current here is deep and fast, with plenty of fish. The boat is destroyed beyond repair, rotten, falling to pieces with holes in the floor and on the sides, overgrown with fungi, and the moss. The thick shrubs lining the path are covered with thorns. Small birds are jumping from one twig to another, pecking at the brown berries. Knowing from herbaria that fruits are safe, you eat a few bittersweet ones as well. I think I read something about this fish. You see dozens of red and gray shells as you walk by that stay close following your steps, according to the testimonies from a murder trial you read about. They have long, sharp teeth, eat flesh, could scrap your skull clean in a minute or so. I look around for an hour or so, maybe I can find something to use. After what feels like an eternity of searching around the boat, the banks and the shrubs, you sit down on a bridge to take a break, then realize you haven't actually looked beneath it. You kneel on the grass, look into the darkness among the cobwebs and bugs. You spot an old piece of fabric pinned on the rock. You pull it out and find a rotting torn pouch that contains a single dragon bone. You make sure you haven't missed other ones in the dirt. But if they ever existed, they rolled down and sunk for good. I throw the pouch away and stand up. Cool, man, I got money. George peacefully chews the grass, enjoying the sun on its back, ready to take a nap. The gentle road leads downhill, getting greener and less rocky the farther north you get, just in case your eyes run toward a few drier parts of the meadow. You instantly shout at George to make haste. A pack of short-haired wolves, at least 20 members strong, is chasing after you. Their coats are mixtures of yellow, black, and white spots, as if someone threw mud and paint at them. They move forward the road with a human-like speed, and you realize only some of them are running straight at you. They're trying to cut through my path. No! It wasn't for your palfrey, the beast would have already caught up with you. Their trap was perfectly set up, not leaving you any path of escape. Your terrified mount is disciplined enough to stay on the beaten path, even though one of the big-eared wolves almost sinks its teeth into your mount's thigh. You manage to squeeze between the hunters. For the next few minutes, you do your best to get further away, while your gallop is indeed faster. The wolves easily shorten the distance by moving through the sparse forest. Oh my god. Where was I? You ride past a wooden cabin placed in a clearing at the bottom of a rock face. But you can't stop while the pack is at your back. Maybe I have something I could use here. What? I got nothing, guys. You think about your sacks and bundles. The pack won't wait for you to sort things out. Yeah. You may be able to lose them after some time, but scaring or wounding some of them may force them to give up on their prey. Yeah, I don't have anything. So you focus on the road ahead, forcing your mount to speed up whenever a beast tries to catch it. After another 50 minutes, you leave the hills and enter the grasslands of a valley, but the pack doesn't give up on you yet. At least their numbers have stopped growing. You're already outside of their territory, and a handful of spotted colorful shells also seem tired. They're forced to stay on the beaten path. Without a palfrey, I would be dead already. You get out of the valley, follow another narrow path through the hills and trees, clearly shaped by humans. At least in part, the leaves and the rocks start to blur into awake memory. But after another few minutes, the howls stop. You don't slow down just yet. Those were some stubborn wolves, man. Sheesh. You reach a gentle open path, seeing a lake to the west and hearing a gentle creak ahead of you. George is exhausted but patient, more happy to survive than it's angry at your wanderlust. At least you can hope the pack will move to a different place during the night. I better get out of the saddle and let it rest for a bit before I move forward. Now what? The air is humid. The air is humid but fresh, vitalizing. Light touches the road and shrubs, blocked only by the single willow. Wild and untrimmed, you are by a lake too large for you to see its other bank. But the local soil isn't too fertile. There are only a few trees on the horizon, while the straggling bushes and grasses fight with layers of rocks. The path leading further north is green, bright, and calming. The grey habit is cleaning its fur near the brook, by the sound of whose makes it hop toward the nearest shrub. Right after it sinks into the leaves, you hear it squeal, cut off quickly, whatever its hunter was. It leaves behind only the rustling of the thicket and the trail of blood. You wait for a long minute, with a hand on your axe, but the creature doesn't return. You relax a bit, then return toward the stone statue of a young woman. I ride a bit closer to it. Such a monument would be better fit for a temple or a rich city folk's house. Here, without any cover, it's already losing its shape. From the rains and the dust, chunks of the face and hair have already broken off. It has detailed eyes and human-like proportions, and clothes are like fabric petrified by a spell. The statue carries the usual traveling equipment, walking staff, gambeson, simple pants, now covered by leaves. I look at the pedestal. Maybe someone left a valuable offering here. You dismount and approach the bushes covering the legs and the pedestal. You see some old wooden bowls as well as rocks. You try to push the leaves away, but their stems are thick and healthy, crowded with insects and spiderwebs until you remove the thicket. You won't be able to see if there's anything worth stealing. Thankfully, there are no thorns. The touch of a leaf doesn't make your finger itchy. Not stealing an abandoned statue needs no guess, true. If you say so. I can wash myself. Can I? The brook will hardly cover your feet, but you could sit on the pebbles and splash yourself with water, please. I'm filthy, dude. I'm filthy, John Filthy Road. Gravel. Lakeside is filled with chirping of cicadas, crickets, as well as the roaring of the beasts from the hills. The tall yellow grasses and are interwoven with flowers and bumblebees, while the peaceful water shines just as much as the wings of dragonflies. This road is often traveled, and the clatter of hooves carries far. Thanks to the vast field of view, the creatures hiding in the meadows are unlikely to jump on an animal as large as George. In the distance, you see a palisade and a large building set on the side of a crossroad. Once you get closer, you hear a conversation from behind a wall. Two men are arguing about if they really just heard a horse. Maybe they know some useful rumors. Let's see, man. George carries you toward the open gate on its own, welcoming an opportunity to rest by pushing out the air loudly. Thorough its nostrils. A nearby wooden pen won't offer much space for a horse, but should be enough for grazing and a nap. As you dismount, two men get up from the front stairs. Their clean-shaven faces reveal that they are in their early 20s. The first one is taller than you, broad-shouldered, and wears light brown pants and a darker jacket. Both of them made of leather. With an inviting smile, he gets up and moves to open the enclosure. His steps are heavy and slow, but every movement is marked with care. Ensuring he won't knock down anything or anyone. The second one looks as different from his colleague as the sun from the moon. He's unusually short and wears a heavy cloak made of black fur, so large it could cover his entire shell. He opens the door of the building, hides his hand, peeks into the room. Boggy! His voice is shrill and concerned. A messenger! Come! Hold up. It's pretty late now, so still reading pretty loud. Yeah, I closed my window. I'm pretty close to the window, so... I take off some of my bundles, let my horse rest. A hanging barrel sways in the wind, marking the place as an inn or a tavern. The building resembles a merchant's house from Howlven, whitewashed and with oiled, elegant wooden beams. The fragile walls are high enough to avoid floods and snow, but you have no doubt that a troll or even a pebbler could easily break through them. The palisade is short, has hardly any support, has no walkaway for crossbowmen, hardly enough for even a makeshift homeland. Yet it is the open harbor that makes you uneasy. Aside from the fish, any creature, aquatic or not, could just walk into the yard undisturbed. The path is covered with paw prints and claw marks. Better not leave George outside during the night. A black and white bird swoops into the water, then flaps its wings and takes off with a silver twitching creature in its talons. The large man clears his throat. And what have we here coming from afar, friend? Are there now horses in howlers? Question mark. His voice is Tantorian, close to a shout. You vaguely recognize his accent as one found at the city harbor. I'm gonna back, guys. I'm vulnerable. I have a long journey behind me. I need a place to rest, bro. With your beast, it may not be the right place. You have to ask Ma. He scratches the back of his head. You will have to lead it. You will have to lead inside. And I'm not going to clear its droppings, you know. You hear heavy footsteps. A woman shows up in the doorway and looks at you from the top of the stairs. She's even more towering and stout than her son, the man who just welcomed you, with a massive chest and a pear-shaped face with a prominent chin. Her movements are composed and confident. She may be older than 50, with a mixture of gray and dark blonde hair. She has only one arm, the left one, notably muscular and with a hand so large it could likely chop off George's head with a single strike or crush yours like a berry. Through the slit of her robe made her creamy worn fur, you support her trunk-like legs. She runs her eyes over your blade armor mount. Her lips form into something of a smile, distorted by the scar that runs through her mouth. The tall guy looks a lot like her. He spreads his arms, forming a chain between you and her. The traveler is looking for a place to rest. His powerful voice turns timid, and he keeps turning his head from left to right and the back. But there's this horse, so I don't know. Meet Foggy, friend. The woman looks at him with amusement, then glances at your palfrey. Aye, and this, she vaguely stretches out her hand over the yard. It's Foggy Lake. Are you here to see me, love? Or just stopping by? Her voice is a horse, like that of a traveler who spent too many autumn nights in the cold tents, yet carries a hint of motherly concern. I close the animal pen behind me and head toward the stairs. Most folks who spend a night here are walkers, but if you have coin, we'll let your horse inside. You won't find another shelter in this part of the Dragonwoods, especially not in creeks. She scratches her broad chin with a sausage-like fingers. You drink? Oh. In good company, dude. This is what I like to hear. Her brave, powerful laughter is enough to scare away the birds from above the lake. Your mount lets out a fearful snort. Let's not wait then. Come, dear, share a story with me and a mug. Without waiting for a response, she walks inside. The tall man takes a deep breath. Go ahead, we'll take care of your horse, he encourages with a gesture. And by that he means you won't do anything with it, adds the man in black, for whenever his screechy words follow the deep voices of his companions. He sounds like a brat. He won't be feeding or washing beasts that aren't going in a stew, but we'll keep an eye on it. They find new spots to rest, the side of a boat and the stool near the palisade. Without another word, I go upstairs. What's gonna happen, guys? What's gonna happen? Are we gonna eat George tonight? The narrow segmented window shutters let in a lot of light without letting the beast inside. The air is humid, but carries not a hint of putridity. The heels of Foggy's boots make her steps under, even though the planks don't creak. Make yourself at home, she says without looking at you. Head into the trapdoor in the corner. I'll just grab a little something. Your ears catch the screeches of hunting birds and the wind that leaks in through the windows, but other than that, the room is quiet. I just sit down. I'm tired. You take a glance at the blood on the table. Uh-oh. The scared yellow feathers and the ball of guts and the talons. You find yourself a clean stool. Foggy shows up soon, smiling, holding 2 cups in her hands. Bottle in her fingers, a cloth under her shoulder. She puts everything on a stool and wipes the table clean. Forgive the mess, just part of the job, she explains without the hint of apology. I already dressed birds in the yard, but blood lures beasts. Sometimes the folks from creeks brings us meals. But we need to take care of ourselves. She throws the blood cloth back into the bucket, making a splash, then sits down on a stool, making it look like it was made for a doll. She rests her elbow on the table and looks you in the eyes. Her voice is warm yet intrusive. So who am I dealing with? The bottle removes its seal seemingly by itself. The wax floats in the air briefly, then lands on the table gently. Without a word, she pours a thick liquid into the cups with her only hand, but doesn't offer you your drink just yet. I'm looking for Asterion, the previous road warden. She looks at you for a longer moment without the slightest movement. And why? How would you think he's here? I'm just asking around. Her voice remains calm. Her teen eyes get distrustful. You have scared me a little bit. I don't want any nasty rumors. Sure, some of those who travel through foggies disappear on the road. But it's a safe place. You don't hold slaves. She waves toward the trapdoor. You can check and see. What can you tell me about him? No. Did you do any jobs for you? She presses her tongue against her cheek and lips. Well, I'm not sure he was bringing me news or delivering my messages. Sold me some stuff, sometimes bought a thing or two. His life wasn't really that riveting. There's another mug guzzler sitting in the corner, patching his clothes. When was the last time you saw Esther? She glanced at the window. Same as others. In the late days of spring, we were waiting for his return, me and all the villages. That moved on. I have no idea where he went. He did something unusual. Such as what? Something you found in an unusual place. Such tales stay with me and my guest. She nods toward the wall that separates you from the lake. This place may be open, but maybe too open, but it guards secrets just fine. What can you tell me about him? A customer and an errant runner. How's there to say? What's there to say? He was paying with dragons, rarely bartered. That's what the folk do. Taking riches, then locking themselves in a chamber, prisoners of their might. Well said. What else, dude? Maybe once our souls are too restless to stay quiet, but now go ahead, enjoy your drink. Well, for me it's a... Wait, what was this? What do you have for sale? What does she have? Fresh meals. For me, 4 meals brought all in advance. I have 0 meals, guys. Hey. Looking for work. The folks at Old Pagos are weirdly quiet. They were supposed to drop 2 wagons of rocks at my place. Can you check on them? Just find out if they're fine. If you don't take much work from a rider, you can get there and back in less than a day. Just ride west of here until the road takes you to the south, the crossroads, then turn west again. You'll find a village. I'll give you, let's say, a dragon bone. I gotta rest though, right? I'm fucked up. Your beast won't make it easy for us, dear. It's not a city inn. I don't cook for a smile. I don't work feel noble. I'll allow folks to lie down there for free. But that's about it. If your horse stays outside, it will lure the beasts to us. Yeah. But if we move it here upstairs, it will leave its droppings on floor. If you want to rest your love, we're to either pay with a coin or some food rations, or to spend the night keeping your mount quiet. And clean after it in the morning, will you? Where's the option to yes? Where is it? You're just fighting off some flies with his tail. Your skills in the hills or forest, only larger beasts you spot is a single saurian basking on a boulder, lazily observing you from a safe distance. Your ears catch the howls coming from the north, long and loud, while you look at the lake, hoping there is no threat hiding below the water surface. The few plants growing next to the road mostly bear fruit. The road is not as reliable here as it was at the eastern bank. Parts of it are a bit muddy, and the puddles disturb your ride. Maybe the locals will maintain it before it gets swallowed by the lake. The deep, loud yells of howlers are piercing your ears, concealing any other sound in the area. They are sitting on the branches and in the tall grass, not really trying to hide. Their thick black and the gold furs cover their entire shells. Aside from the charcoal black faces with roundish, flat noses and white nostrils, the younger members of the pack are about the size of your mount's head, but the larger ones would be chest high if it wasn't for the fact that they walk on an all fours. Their long tails are like an additional arm, helping them climb, hang from the branches, or hold food while they eat. They aren't particularly muscular, but when they form their pink lips to the shape of a cup to release their howls, their mouths are so wide they could fit your entire arm inside. As you listen to the shouts, you reach for your hat, you feel a weird itch, but somehow you can scratch it. Keeping my distance, I take a look at the height behind the boulder. What the fuck? Just leave. The whitish rawhide covers the grass like a blanket, surrounded by paw prints. The howlers don't wait for you to approach it. One of the larger ones jumps on the ground, leaning on its hands and challenging you with its gaze. It has rather blunt feet. I got nothing, yes, so I gotta leave, I guess. The lake behind the pebble road runs through the hillside with tall grasses and rock faces above you. Dark, lush forests below. Chunks of its path were shaped by human tools. Who knows how many centuries ago to widen it? Builders dug through the uneven boulders, used rocks and the logs to fill up the cavities with thousands of rocks, each one smaller than your first. While you have a good view of what's happening between the trees on your left, the bushes and the shrubs grow so densely between them that you can't imagine entering these woods on your own. Farther south, there are plumes of smokes. Settlement most likely. Let's have. At the top of the hill, you reach a stone wall. Quiet place with no smoke coming from behind it. Look inside and see the glimpse of a peaceful ruin. While the main road is beaten and for goose of trot, the destroyed gate and the remains of the front yard have almost been reclaimed by the short grasses. You seek any suspicious movement, but the place seems to be free of inhabitants larger than a falcon. The air is fresh and the wind shakes the tree crowns gently. I enter. The hamlet could be a hunter's shelter, a military outpost, or a storehouse for traders, but you spot no fresh human trails. Damaged door and gate are years old, soggy and moldy, and judging by the squirrels, birds, and the animal feces you see in the grass, this place is but a part of the wilderness. The roof collapsed only a few years back, turning to food for mushrooms. The other wall looks generations old, but it used to be maintained. Some of its materials came from different times and areas. Go behind the building. What? What's happening, guys? Chaos sparks right after you approach the tree stump. The dusk fox's growls sound like a mix of an obnoxious bird and an infant. One of the animals standing only a few feet away from you is jumping and showcasing its tiny sharp teeth and raccoon-like black mask on its mini little head. The animal with its thick brownish gray fur seems more stout than any red fox. The second loud creature jumps onto the table made of a half trunk. Unlike the first one, it has a brighter golden fur. It bends one of its forelegs, observing you with its dark eyes, not furious, nor scared, rather sad and unprotective. Its growl turns into a miserable whine. The beasts are not even waist high, but their number may be an issue. There's yet another sound coming from behind you, and even more from the bushes nearby. I have enough time to judge the situation clearly. You take a quick glance and memorize the surroundings. There is 3 large creatures in your proximity. The third one is right behind you. While loud, it's slumbering on its paws. The noises from the bushes belong to little pups, most likely harmless, though they are doing their best to imitate their guardians. Your sharp senses allow you to react right away. It's the one big... Gotta roll for this? I'm gonna roll. Maybe even die, so... I raise my hands, prepare myself to strike back. You step back as the fox in front of you jumps at your chest. You hit it with a precise kick, sending it into an air. It lands on all fours before you decide to run after it. The golden creature catches your forearm with its teeth, unable to pierce through it. Its weight makes you lose focus, giving you enough time to turn upon it to reach you. Still, if you do manage to avoid its bite, into the way as you swing your leg. Animal moves away in panic. Dusk, foxes spread. 2 pups keep their distance, piercing your ears with their yelps. Their protectors triumphantly growl at you, warning you to withdraw. I run for it, dude. You pass the Richard Fox and run toward your belongings, encouraging the beast to chase you all the way to the gate as they growl with determination. For now, they stay in the shelter filled with pride. You and George take a few steps away. The space was already abandoned, so I let the dusk folks stay. They aren't threatening anyone. Actually, damn. That was a filler episode, guys. Filler encounter. That's fine. Fuck. Nah, that was just animal cruelty, guys. I had to fucking leave. As you get closer to the crossroads, the ground gets muddy. The beaten path avoids the wetlands as much as it can. The screeches and hisses mix with the buzzing of insects as you reach a small pond. There are signs of blood on its bank. The air is moist and heavy. It has a hint of rotting meat to it. It may still be early, but it's better to avoid the bogs when night time approaches. Such places rarely have fine roads. The trees and the bushes are sparsely growing from the barren grasslands. Some of them bear late summer fruits. A group of wayfarers is spread around broken signposts and the abandoned cart. They are skinny but healthy and are standing upright. They're wearing humble dim gambesons on top of their hemp tunic and pants, all of them worn, in some cases undyed, while others are dark green or brown. Four of these individuals wear cloaks, carry lit lanterns, are armed with spears, bows, and stone maces on their necks, wrists, and the belts. You spot small talismans, fangs, bones, wooden beads, leather straps. There's also the fifth figure standing a bit in the back with lowered shoulders. Unlike the others, they are hooded in such a manner that you don't doubt they can see anything other than their boots. Their clothes are shabby, torn, but your eyes mostly run to their club. A bow as long as its owner is tall and as thick as a leg, resting with one hand on the ground. You get closer and the person raises the weapon with just one arm, but another traveler gestures for them to stop. They do so right away, freezing in place. I stay in the saddle just in case. The man behind the gesture doesn't approach you, just nods. Bogs are unsafe for us. By unless a stranger. These are evenfall and far from roofs. Better to keep moving, you'll find an inn soon. You try to digest his thick accent. He is broad-shouldered with a large belly, but the scars on his face sculpt an image of someone who's earned their share of food with many skirmishes. He doesn't reach for his weapon and pushes one of his companions closer to the cart. She kneels by an empty box, looks inside. The woman observes you with little curiosity, holding his lantern high in the air. I say greetings, guys. He gives a slightly deeper nod this time, then looks at his companions, who simply shrug and spread to take a look at the cart, all but the one with the bow, who doesn't move an inch. I can say I have time to low. If you have questions, ask, but be quick. Don't put us to sleep. A gesture for them to clear the way. I'm leaving. Steps aside, his companions are giving you harsh looks. The one with the bow remains silent and still, like a statue. Be right past them. We're not used to the scents of the bogs. You weren't expecting them to be so gentle. The humid air makes you think of smoked meat. Even though you're right by a few rotting carcasses and animal droppings, just as often you cross tiny meadows of pink, yellow, and red flowers, the noises tell you stories of never-ending wars between the swarms of insects. Frogs in their hideouts, snakes lurking among the purple grasses, birds patrolling both the water and the sky, and the saurians preparing to strike from beneath the surface. You can't separate the sounds of the living from those of the dying, if they are even different at all. You reach a boulder in the middle of the road, on the edge of a large pond. The road splits from here in the two directions, but the only smoke you see is to the southeast. Hmm. Leafless plants resemble tree roots rather than creepers, even though they are dark green and sway from side to side slightly. George stops without a command, unwilling to approach the nightmarish gate. There is no other path in sight. Why I can't pick this? Anyways. I pick up some branches and throw them at the creepers. Step among the muds and grasses, but some desperate creature scraped this land clean of any wood they could eat. It takes you a few moments before you find any that doesn't fall apart under your touch. Once it hits the creepers, they bend backward swiftly, then try to reach you with a loud swish. Getting a bit longer as they repeat this attempt a few times. You tell your mount to step away, but the plants don't chase after you. I examine the water. Green saurian. Okay. As well. The forests are lush but not too dark, and for the most of the time you're surrounded by yellow meadows. The few foraging deer and the boars keep their distance, and the birds are disinterested in your presence, singing cheerfully. Spreading their feathers, sounds of an ongoing hunt reach you from the east. But none of the nearby creatures seem bothered. You see the tall hills in the south. Road leads through a valley. There is a gentle plume of smoke coming from one of the mountains in the west. Doesn't look like the place on fire. Maybe there's a settlement in the mountains. Road leads to a gentle creek filled with guzzling of flies, mosquitoes, and gnats. You don't spot any critters among the tall meadows. Three branches of rocky slopes seem the shapeless dark vortex of wings. George snorts. You're currently on the northern bank. Just hurry, George. What? I'm dead, dude. Seek shelter. Once you get closer to the fort, countless creatures beset you, filling your eyes, mouth, and nose, feeding you like a squishy, buzzing tail. You ride forward, the blinding sun, working about preparations, trying to get out of your essence, but again, but these things are sticking with your red marks on your skin start to burn slowly. George swishes its tail angrily as it turns its head to its left, observing you with one reproachful eye, putting its ears back to its head. Unless you find a way to protect yourself, the insects will keep you, slowing you down. At least I didn't waste any time. What do you mean, dude? Seek shelter where? Then just, yeah. You gotta travel, dude. Light shines on the water and the empty road with no herbal beds or travelers inside. The tavern looks like an abandoned hamlet. Spot a baited claptrap set near the palisade. I enter the tavern. It's the same place? Yeah, this is Foggy's place. Sleep. I'm about to die, so... Monster shouts wake you. Oh, I forgot about my fucking horse. Oh no. Yeah, basically, no horse means game over. Monsters shouts wake you up. The night is bright, and from the window of the tavern you have a good look at the yard. A few massive dragonlings are exploring the courtyard, knocking over wooden tools with their tails, putting their noses into the buckets, and underneath the stairs you count 5 of them so far, but you can't see the entire area at once. One of them spots your look and moves closer. Still doesn't try to climb to the door. Maybe it's experienced enough to know it won't get through. I go back to sleep with an axe in my hand. Listen to the grunts of the annoyed George makes you feel uneasy. At least the furs covering the floor are helping you relax. You don't even notice when it's already morning, and while the smell coming from the lower floor is not inviting, at least it's not you who has to take care of it. Oh, you paid for it, right? Don't have a lot of money, so time for me to go. Where am I? Past footprints, cart tracks, pieces of rubbish, cat shrubs, moved stones, and trees felled with tools. The forest on your left and right is thick, but not too dark. The monkeys and birds you spot are small. The larger foraging creatures also keep their distance. The sound of a distant river is relaxingly monotonous. George, who's thumped loudly on the beaten track. The green bushes, shrubs, and the trees prove that the soil here is fertile, yet the plants don't overgrow the road. These crossroads must be busy at times, maybe even patrolled. In the distant west, you see the mountain peaks dividing the lowlands from the ocean. The road east leads toward the hills, behind which there are unusually tall, dark trees. The trail south is curvy, surrounding by hills. You don't see many plants on the horizon. The last path is already known to you. You're surrounded by 4 signposts, all of which seem to be made from the same type of wood. Are covered in moss and fungi, yet the pictures or letters that cover the nail boards are nothing alike. What am I supposed to pick here? Eastern? Empty? Okay, Western. Northern? What about Southern? Bro, I'm looking for old puggles. Look, but why did I... Am I lost? I think it doesn't help. You notice the remains of the berries and the pears, but most of them are already rotting, spread close to the wooden stools at the side of the road. As you steps away from the southern signpost, you find something sticking out of the shrub. It's a moist plank, covered by fungi. You try to move it, with a stick and a gloved hand. After a minute or so, you confirm it's an abundant sign covered with green letters and colorful pictures of flowers and trees. Steep house. You read it difficulty. I try to find out where the old sign used to be attached. The southern post is the only one with the holes left by nails. Where am I supposed to go with that? This way? Corridor of leaves and grey rocks leads you to a gate, large enough for a wagon, held together by a wooden bar. The planks are covered and the planks and the rocks are covered with claw marks left by various monsters. But they weren't able to damage the wall as much as the passage of time and the piercing rain. A large man covered in shadows is observing you from the roofed tower. His voice is hoarse, distrustful. "You lost?" Question mark. "I don't know, you muck." I shouldn't say that. "I'm John Road, new road warden. You're the gatekeeper, I assume." "Well, yeah, just on duty and armed, so you know." He lifts the loaded crossbow and sticks it out of the shadows. "But I'm no enemy of yours." He leaves the tower. He's wearing a black ambition, so ragged it can't be fastened anymore. It tells the story of closed horns and improvised repairs. The hole in the man's hemp pants reveals a scrapped knee. It's hard to tell his age through his exhausted, sleepy eyes. A short, unkempt beard and a bandage horizontally covering his ears, and the spot that used to be his horse. There's a clotted blood in his brown hair and the mud on his clothes. In the brown neck. Despite all this, he's of a huge shell with wide shoulders and thick legs. He strengthens up, though a warden. "You new to the job?" Question. "New here, but I know what I'm doing. No past would prepare you for this shit place. Nights are all ape piss and blood. Just before sunrise, a bird tried to pluck my eye. This gate here." He kicks a brick with his heel. "It's older than me." Old there?" He points behind him with his weapon. "Wilds and beasts. My tribe built this place to keep them away from us, and us from them." He scratches the bandage on his cheek. "Name's Quintus, from Old Pegasus. Been there? Not yet." "You don't know, it's west from here." "It's west from here?" Oh, yeah. Behind the crossroads, but it's touched by sickness. We used to send one soul here every morning and escort them back before nightfall, but some days ago, no one came for me. I spent the night here, sneaking wolf shit. Some almost got me. He picks up an almost empty water skin from behind a parapet and takes a sip. "I went home by myself, only to learn about the sick. I've been here ever since." "That's plagued. What do you know about the plague?" "Not much. It kills. There's all there is to know. My tribe's smart, locking the gate. The right gave them strength." "Shouldn't you look for a real shelter?" He trembles, his eye widens. "Someone has got to stay at the gate. The villagers in the east don't know about the illness. They may try to cross in the woods, hit the closed gate while fleeing some wolves and stuff." He rubs its dirty neck. I also can't leave the gate open. Like the dam for monsters. All I can do is choose the way I die. This is it, with my duty fulfilled. About this gate. Here, see? He points at the long, twisted rope that hangs from an iron hook. I could climb down and remove the beam on the other side. You'll take down yours. You need at least 3 hours to get through the woods. He touches his stomach and takes a deep breath. But I need you to give me an out first. What do you want? I'm hungry. Bring me some rations maybe. Dried meat, apples, nuts maybe. He sizes you up. 6 meals. Then I'll help you with the gate. Do we wanna fucking... Do we wanna... Don't you have time to hunt? Time? I got to stay near the gate. I can keep people waiting while I track deer. He touches the bandage on his face. If I die, there will be no keeper left. I'll go with you. I take the trophies, you get the meat for roasting. But the goblins and trolls can smell the burning fat. Roasting is the opposite of what I should do. I don't want to give him food because we're out of money. Bro, I don't want to give you anything. Literally, like, where's the no option, dude? I forget it, I'll find out on my own. What is it like to live in old Pagos? What am I to say? We got rocks. And make houses, walls, tools, we sell them too. Grow oats and broad beans. Bexis gives us wool, skins for monks. What do you call it? The one you ride on? Yeah, it's a good place, beautiful, old, hill. That's what Pagos means, old hill. Good people. Monster people. They came here on a mission, they just write book. My grandparents were pagans, you know, but we know follow the river of truth. We keep to ourselves, but help others when they need us. Safe travels, Warden. Forest gives way to rocks and green hills, but among the tall trees and numerous monkeys sitting in small groups, loud yet shorter than half your size. They distort the green leaves with red, brown, white, and blue fur. As you approach their territory, their excitement grows. They climb up, down the trunks, sway on vines, jump between branches, or hang down, putting to use their long tails. They throw at you countless angry glances and the grunts, but also cones, branches, and chestnuts. A piece of their fresh pieces land close to George, but the pack's aim is rather miserable. I ride forward. What the fuck? I mean, I understand this, but... You try to shield yourself with your cloak, but you enter an avalanche of missiles. One of the rocks painfully hits your arm, and as you lean away, something then hits your forehead. Soon you feel blood on your elbow. I'm like, you rush George. He's more than happy to follow your command. The monkey follows you, swinging between the trees until they reach you the edge of their territory, letting you triumph shouts. Jesus, man. Every minute or so, you get lost in the dense woods, and possibly stick to the remains of the beaten path, clearing the overgrown thicket and that blocks your way. I'm tired, guy. But hold up. Ants? Anyway. Larger than your hands. Their guard notice your presence, but simply form a warning line in front of their workers. The trees are taller than the temple in the city, with trunks resembling the legs of giants. The shadows they cast are like carpets, and the few beams of light nourish the sparse bushes and the ferns. Fuck up, dude. Shut. Fuck up, dude. Go. Hello? Oh shit. Oh shit. Where was I? The trees are taller than the temple in the city, with trunks resembling the legs of giants. The shadows they cast are like carpets. The few beams of light nourish the sparse bushes and the ferns. Only the plants that are choked by rotting late summer leaves, shaped like toothed squares as large as your face. Now that I am more familiar with this part of the forest, I may be able to find a smoother path. Mean dude. The road is bright, empty, surrounded by sparsely growing trees, gentle hills and meadows. It leads you to a cairn, a pile of rocks ranging in size from the abdomen to your fist. There is also quite a few tiny pebbles. A narrow, hardly passable trail leads south, but likely won't survive another year without travelers. I look for the tracks that I found at the fallen tree. Right. Without a doubt, the travelers were here, led by a person in the hard heels. Through, there are more tracks around, but older and younger. Am I here? Uriah? Follow tracks. Soon turn north into an old game trail wide enough for your mount to enter the thicket. After a few minutes and with little effort, you reach an even wider trail. You get back in the saddle and ride uphill, following a convenient rocky trail covered in sunlight, field of ants. Once you get to the top, you look around. From here, you get a good view of the heart of the woods. You spot the smoke coming from the villages far in the distance. Further past at the ravine, you look over the edge at the gay and gentle brook far below. The hole is too wide to be crossed with a jump, even for George. You narrow your eyes. On the other side is a simple bridge made of logs and ropes, now rolled up and resting by a green shrub. Grappling hook. Okay. Cairn. It's wider than two people standing side by side, taller than George. Grass surrounds it tightly. It must be years old, but it could just as well be older than any village in the north. While the cairn stays firmly beneath your touch, it would be easy to shatter it with a pickaxe or a single swipe of a dragon. Also notice pieces of old chicken bones pressed among the rocks. Unfortunately, no coins. You grab George's lead and use your axe to get through the branches and the tall grass. After a few minutes, you reach a colorful meadow with orange, red, white flowers as tall as the wheat field. Their late summer scent lures all sorts of insects, as well as tiny birds. The path ends at the edge of a glade. Yeah, a cat could leap at me from among the flowers. I keep looking around, dude. Oh fuck, man, I'm gonna fucking die. How much health I have? I don't get it. To tether your mount to a tree, tread forward carefully, keeping your eyes and the weapon high. Soon nearest birds flee from your screen. You reach to your side and look down. A 100-legged worm, as wide as your fist and maybe 3 feet long, has crawled underneath your gambeson and chewed off a bit of your flesh. Oh god. You pull by its tail and stretch out your arm. The creature wriggles in the air, incapable of bending its shell enough to scratch your hand. Its rat, covered in armor, made of plates. You throw it away, touch the hole that it left in your skin, it burns. You're fucked, dude. I wash and bandage the wound, then seek anything of value among the plants. Your steps force the mice and insects to spread, but your presence remains hardly noticed by the colorful life around you. I pick all sorts of interesting herbs and add them to my bag with ingredients. Snake bait. You maneuver your knife, putting into small vessels herbs you need to keep fresh and separating them from the ones you will dry in the sun. If it weren't for the occasional 100-legged worms that keep disturbing your work, it wouldn't differ from a regular work in the garden. Iron. I gotta go do the best. Your eyes wander between the wall of trees and shrubs on one side and the dirty pond on the other. The road itself is wide, covered with soggy logs that keep the ground from turning into mud. It's breaking under your mount's hooves, letting out what sounds like a sigh of relief. The water insufferably stinks of carrion, and it's covered with a blanket of green plants and white flowers that draw countless buzzing insects. Even a horse shouldn't drink from. George tries to get familiar with the unusual pavement and speeds up to the jump over a fallen trunk blocking your path. Once it lands, it breaks one of the logs in halves. Soon after you reach a massive black saurian resting on the ground, enjoying the light at the edge of the forest. It seems to be ignoring your presence. Once again, George canters. I trust its instincts. Sorry, I can't talk anymore. Once the monster raises its head, you're already in the air. The beast pushes itself away from the ground with its 4 limbs, trying to catch any chunk of flesh with its massive jaws. But you safely hit the ground and return to your trot slowly. I pay attention to the dead trees sticking out of the pond. They look familiar to the saurian. Is it? Where the fuck I am? Colors of the leaves range from green, purples, and overhang with each other. The neglected road has been carved into the thickets, an inch at a time. Corridor of the plants with a floor made of plants that give way to saplings and vines. From time to time, you pass by many returns, relics left by roaming dragons. Unicorn trolls and Venser clearing a thicket that is in the George raids. Yes. Near the tree roots, a wolf without fur is feasting on a human corpse, unaware of your presence. I'm in a very bad shape. George obeys gladly. The beast spares you a glance, but doesn't follow you. No point in dying in the middle of nowhere, true. Yes. Yeah. 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 The water is clean, the banks are low, a good watering spot for George. I ignore it. Sadly. Path leads you uphill. Trees are... Where am I right now? We are here now? We made it. I guess. Yes. This is where we are, right? As a women touch are rare, long barrier for don't enter danger ahead. Look behind you. You look behind you. I thank the right for protecting me. Okay. You bow your head as you think of your words of prayer. You are beset by the memories of blood and ice. You look around whenever you hear a rustle. Even your breath gets faster. You shake your head and grasp the reins firmly. I travel to the gate in the west. You're standing at the fort, still as challenging for the... Where am I? Where am I? Guys? What? Where am I? Huh? You're standing at the low fort. Did you look still as challenging for the travelers as it was when you found it? A large fish is swimming from one side to the other while nimbly squeezing through the rocks. I ignore it. Bro, where the fuck I am, man? No, seriously, where am I? Did we read this? The creature is a head taller than you, with a grey skin, no hair, nor genitals. Its feet are webbed. Legs are disproportionately long. Its yellow eyes with large black dots on the center are round, large as bottom of a mug. Draw your attention away from the subtle nose and ears. Uh-oh. Achievements? I am ready to defend. I am not ready to defend myself. It's looking straight at you, holding in the long fingers a raw fish. You made it stop in the middle of its next bite. You size each other up until the monster resumes its meal, and the fish blood spills on its hands as it keenly follows your movements. It swallows the flesh whole without chewing. I run away, don't give it a chance to sneak behind me. I'm not a dumb seabird. Am I backtracking right now? I don't... Seems weird, man. Like, I thought I was able to see myself. Now I don't. Where am I? I feel like I'm backtracking though. Did this encounter? This happened. Mm-hmm. You again, what do you want? Why am I waiting, dude? I can't even see the map. Open the gate. I don't want to enter the... No. Like, I am here right now, I get it. I want to go to the, yeah, enter the tavern. I don't know about the Pegas. Wow, dude. Time for me to go. Travel. I can't go. Why? Is it too late? Do we have to sleep? Do we have any money left? We do. Like most people, you wake in the middle of the almost every night before your second sleep comes. You spend an hour. I hate this crap, but more the actual the I hate the most is you actually having dreams. Like bad dreams, you know, they're bad when I wake up. But the good dreams, you wake up and realize it's just dreams. You're dreaming. I hate dreaming. I don't want to remember if I dream. No dreams, please. I hate that. I want to turn off the machine and turn on the machine. In the morning, basically. Achak and George. We gotta go, guys. Travel. We gotta go west so we can find old Pegas, right? If you're in the morning, you can spend the entire day on resting. What do you mean? Why didn't I have any food again? Certainly, surely I will be fine. You cross the clean, shallow yet Howler's Creek, yet wide Howler's Creek, then follow the uphill path squeezed between the hills and lush forest. You spend a good couple of minutes passing a haunting meadow filled with dozens, maybe 100 cut down trees, now overgrown by bushes and grass. You can think of another time when you've seen a clearing of such a size. Once the clearing ends and turns into a corridor of trees and hills, you stop your horse. There's a monster in the middle of the road, reaching out with its long arms to grab the devour fruits and leaves from tree crowns, chewing them without a haste. It's standing on its hind legs and leaning on a thick tail as their... I'm really having trouble reading right now. The beast is 3 times the size of a human, while each move it makes it slow. Its long claws and the ease with which it breaks one of the branches make you think that single swing would be enough for it to pierce through your jacket, or just as likely that it would simply break your bones and send you into the air. Like most people, you know quite a bit about pebblers. Once they get used to an unfenced farm or a forest garden, getting rid of them can be a huge issue. There aren't many blades able to cut through their thick skin and bones, and a single mistake may put them into a furious charge, encouraging them to look for human dwellings which they can tear down in revenge. The beast doesn't give you as much as a glance, but also doesn't move away. The best you can hope for is that it's going to walk away on its own. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe later. The fuck, man? So I gotta spend another day? Oh. I think I'll start with that. Can't sleep yet. By what? Where's my money? I can't see. Supplies. Where's money? 3. Where can we go? Was that the whole soundtrack? Wow. Wowzers. I'm leaving then. Where can I go? This beating and the fear of thriller serves your powerfully well. Notice paths between the fruit-bearing trees on your right, and soon after that you right alongside the vast fields of green hemp plants, taller than you are, waiting for a scythe or sickle. Then there are broad beans, much shorter but healthy, almost ready for the second harvest of the summer. The path ends with a massive wooden gate. The stone wall, separating you from the glow of lights behind it, isn't as tall as the roofs, but you can imagine climbing to its top. There are pretty much no cracks, no missing bricks, a sign of many hours of labor, especially considering how massive this settlement is, as wide as the city district. The birds and the monkeys are now just a distant echo, replaced with sounds of carts running, hammers, saws, laughter, shouts. Let's get this over with. Real. The young man is sitting in the shadow by the open gate. He's young, tanned, and has a short, elegantly trimmed red beard. Beneath the green gambeson, he wears an expensive tunic decorated with colorful trim. From his arm hangs a steel helmet. Though the metal is so thin that it's mostly made of wool and leather, he gets up and takes the posture of a disciplined soldier. Not a mercenary, he's standing upright with its chin up. There are 2 weapons on the ground, leaning on the wooden beams of the gate, an axe made of steel and wooden club. He doesn't reach for either. He dismounts slowly, with not much vigor left. George holds its tail high. A narrow path leads south toward 2 field workers, one with a hoe and one with a pitchfork. They wave at you. You can see their faces, but their clothes are simple. Approach the guard. The guard smiles yet avoids your eyes, has to clear his throat before he speaks. Welcome, traveler. If you are here to make trouble, Haldorsdale welcomes you. If you're not here, you're the widest flower there is. When he bows, you realize it's well-practiced performance. If these new garments you're looking for, you can order everything you need right here. It's in all colors, shapes and sizes. Capes, boots, vests, robes, or if you are yourself a master of the needle, I can assure you we have the fabric you're looking for. His act is over and he glances at your mount in a moment of silence. His eyes widen. This is George. It helps me patrol the roads. You can pet its side if you want, but no sudden movements. You follow the instructions, even though your palfrey pays no attention to the man's careful touch. The guard grins widely. I'm John Road, your new road warden. I want to see your mayor. It's city folk, eh? The mayor is busy, but I'll ask her. For now, come in, please. Take a look at our square. Not too crowded, with only a few buildings on the edges and the Humming Creek running west of here through the center of the village. Large tree grows in the center, surrounded by dark water, held together by a thin wall, perfect for sitting, but the smell coming from the liquid makes you think of rotten eggs. The plant carries no leaves, but you can tell if it is truly withered. Guard closes the gate and blocks it with a wooden beam, then asks you to wait for a bit. There's a white wooden roof right next to the gate that shelters carts, crates and sacks. You move your mount next to a donkey, to a beam placed here just for this purpose. Without a moment of hesitation, George starts to chew on the nearby haystack. When a guard returns, he's still alone. She cannot come now. A friend of mine is in labor. The mayor wants to be there when the child arrives. What I was asked to show you the village. I nod. Takes you north past the inn, through the narrow alley. You pass a tiny herbal garden. Without haste, the guard tells you about Howler's Creek. It's white. We're the cleanest village in the north, he chuckles brightly. Come with me, traveler. The view from up here there is gorgeous. I climb up after him. Even though the ladder swings in all directions, guard gets to top quickly, like a monkey climbing up creepers. He's leaning on the wooden parapet, observing the area with a smile. I look around. See not a place like Howler's Dell. The guard starts to point in all sorts of directions, giving you no time to contemplate. For the next few minutes, he describes the fields and their crops. If you were to believe everything that he describes, this place has access to everything in abundance. Sweetest honey, the most fragrant bread, the softest fool, and the beer, excellent. It sounds like city's merchant who is trying to sell an old house. No wonder he's so proud. Why wouldn't he be? They tamed this scrap of land and live in comfort. Aisle in the middle connects both parts of the village. There are 3 gates. Though according to him, the other one is hardly ever opened and leads pretty much nowhere. You already see the Apple Inn, where you can find a bed and victuals. And the stall where Akakio's rewards our work, at least as long as they don't annoy him with the pointless talk. On the opposite side, on the creek, there's another White House. It belongs to Bion. Best clothier. See, the mayor's coming. The one wearing purple. You're free to join her, traveler. They clamp down. A young woman is cleaning empty mugs in the creek, speaking with a man at least twice her age, maybe her father. I look for the mayor and approach her. She's sitting on a chair with a 4-year-old boy on her knees. He's holding his hand gently, showing him how to eat a gruel from a bowl. It's not a cheap meal, though. It's about nuts, berries, and the milk. The kid is clean and quiet. Once he notices your arrival, he crams his mouth with a spoonful of oats. Now, laugh. The mayor titters. Do not get distracted. A few more spoons and you'll go help Papa in the kitchen. Yeah, I think this is the worst time this Coliseum. Man, I love reading. I love reading, guys. Let's speed this up. I wait. So we have a road warden again. Please sit down. She vaguely shows you the palm of her open hand. I sit down on a bench next to her. Following the water hits silently the rocks and wooden stakes surrounding the aisle, then splits into the two stream beds. In Howlawan, the river is surrounded by the walls, protecting the banks from the deterioration. Deterioration. Anyways. And the water is seldom free of dirt here. The smell is as fresh as it would be in the woods. The mayor observes your outfit carefully. At first looking as if she just ate an onion, but puts on a polite smile. I'm sure you're hungry. My husband will bring us something soon. Appreciate it. Not mention it, hunger makes me peevish. As we're waiting, be good as to help me understand something. Even if you're but a mercenary, I can imagine a single reason for you to choose this realm for your wardening. Not so long after Astor's disappearance, this knave, glory, or treasures to find here. There's no glory. You were sent here by the merchants. They want the peninsula. Ah, she knows. I simply explained the situation. The guild and the deputy are in agreement. They were willing to send troops to this place, defend the settlements, and patrol the roads. They will cover their pay. You will only have to look after their board and lodging. He explained that the rate of taxes is open to negotiations, but they would be taken twice a year, in spring and fall. You have the time to think about it, you assure her, and you are free to consult with your people. Safer roads bring many travelers, artisans, merchants. I know you realize it's an opportunity. Yes, I do, she finally interrupts you, but roads bring other people as well. Not all of them desired by us, as she observes you're all free. Twists her dear buckle left and right. The times have changed and your superiors were kind enough to send a messenger, not a temple guard, with a list of demands. Grasps the buckle with her fist, but when it comes to the guild, there's always a catch. Her accent is now almost identical to the one used in the city. You're speaking from experience, I assume. Do I really sound that confident? She titters and waves her hand. I've seen such negotiations during my studies, though I can't say I took an active part in them. Let me show you an example. She theatrically clears her throat. You make a deal with settlements. Flour and wool in exchange for coin and tools. You send the first traders and they imply that you are ready to pay more for, let's say, parchment. Months later you want no more rye, just the parchment and wool. We can butcher any more wools, the locals say. Don't worry, you answer. We'll send you a small flock. Just turn one of your fields into pasturage. As she pretends to speak as different characters, her voice comically shifts, and she has no issues switching between accents. I keep a straight face. She swings her hand above the table. Another year goes by, and while there's more parchment, the village lacks of some crops. Tribe needs not just tools and coins, plenty of coins, but also seeds, and guild is not satisfied. Sending our wagons costs a lot, and there are more highwaymen now. If you want us to come again, you need more mouflons and sell us their cheese. And guess what? With a haunting laugh. Turns out that the village can't say no anymore. They lack supplies, seeds, and land. They can't refuse. I nod. Pause doesn't linger for long. I see what we understand each other. Let's finish introductions. I am Tyus, one of the keepers of the Ape Ale Inn and mayor of the Howler's Ale. I assume it will be convenient for you to take my answer back to Howlerman. He wonders for a moment. Say, when could we expect the first caravan after winter? It depends on what you can sell and what you want in return. While the conversation goes on, the foods get served. Roasted mutton, thick sauce, parsley, meat. Whoa, a lot of food. Husband? Eric's. Importance. Sounds like nearby ground is fertile. The villages will gladly pay its taxes in grain and vegetables with the... Our youth is strong, she claims fondly, so we don't need your guards on our walls, but a lone warden won't keep the roads passable. We need fighters willing to patrol the paths, maybe even the heart of the woods. That's what we expect in return. You're not an expert when it comes to linen, cheese, and wool. So the mayor spends a good couple of minutes describing the outstanding quality of what the village has to offer. And of course, we will never reject some steel and bronze. We lack alloys for sickles and scythes. Truth be told, the guild is not sure what the peninsula has to offer. It's going to take more than your village to convince them. Understandable, but you won't find much in the other tribes. They have barely enough to survive, even after they trade for our crops. Or we have the only decent soil in this realm. At least the people of Gale Rocks have salt and barrels of fish, while Creek sells meat and wood. Actually, if you haven't been in the Creeks yet, the farthest village in the northeast, you could give them a chance. She nods and smiles. I could use your help with the road safe. White marshes, on the other hand, as well as alpacas, are close to worthless. For a trade route, that is. But tell me, John Rod, how is the hold? I haven't gathered much news since the invasion. It's... Am I lowballing my hand? If I say this, it's far from great. Children who lost their parents during the war have no trade in hand, and there is not enough settlements to send them away. Not many people are unable to prosper. Gonna be easy not after all the blows that landed on that place. That's the thing with the works of humans, isn't it? A house you built for half a year turns to dust with a single storm. The proud city falls, the emperor's mask shatters, the children from this village. He glances at a young girl cleaning the table are just as fragile. They have food, clothes, and walls, and there will be a time of disaster, and once it strikes, and only then they will take out of the same lesson the cities had to learn, and it will be forgotten again after the next sunny spring. But don't let me babble any longer. What can I do for you, John Road? Astarion. Is there a Palfrey mayor? We have 2 jacks. We could use some mules. Right, there's no time for romances around animals. It will take almost, you're correct. It was just a thought. I would rather avoid long talks about that man, Astarion. Let him remain as a part of that past spring, since you're asking about him. I can only assume he was indeed sharing his goals with yours. Yet you're already different from him. I like it when travelers don't try to sell me blue grass. He's just saying, his words were stronger than his deeds, and he's no longer welcome here. What was his wrongdoings, dude? If you have to know, he failed and won't get a second chance. He was meant to escort Agadia, a daughter of mine, to be her betrothed in Gale Rocks. She was a great archeress, and the road from here to the coast is not that dangerous. When they saw goblins on the road, Esther ordered her to push through right into their trap. She touches her deer-shaped buckle. They got jumped like a bunch of wealthy pilgrims. A road warden worth their gruel should know better. He can fight with a blade, but my girl, she never had a chance. Sighs and looks at the gate. He disappeared soon after his pitiful attempt at apologizing to me, and we close our doors behind him. For good. I'll tell you no if he ever tries to return. I wonder, back in Halloween, did you spend any time in Backwood Corner? It used to be this dark, dirty alley with muggers working even in daylight. I stayed there with Octavia, the miller, in exchange for doing chores for her. She had this small wooden hut. What is she talking about? Thank you for your time. I don't want to talk to anyone. I live square. Where I want to travel. Where am I right now? Here? No, I can't. I mean, can I? Where can I rest here then? Where? Innkeeper. I want to sleep, dude. Any rumors to share? Any rumors? Any rumors to share? I could use a room. Thanks. Sleep. I don't want to waste money anymore. I don't have much money left. Plans over and wake up briefly before you return to sleep to think about your plans. George will have a rough time, especially on the unpaved grounds. Dude, what am I supposed to do? It's calm, warm night as your first sleep ends. First sleep. You stretch out and prepare yourself. Dude, I don't hate them, but like I don't like waking up. Like sometimes your sleep is too heavy, you just don't care, right? But like you wake up, you walk around in the room or the flat. That's bad. Like sometimes I just fucking wake up completely. What am I gonna do? Just check my phone for an hour or so. I don't even watch TV, dude. Like, it's pretty late actually. I should stop playing this game. It's time to check on my herbs and other ingredients. I get rid of the plants. Now what? Rest. It's getting dark. What? Ooh. Yeah, I'm busy. I don't want to sleep again. Can we? Oh my god. I can't even go to old Pegos, dude. What? Where am I? Huh? Where am I again? Small pack of dragonlings is feasting on the carcass of a great auroch. You wonder what would happen if you were on food. Would they let you be satisfied with their prey? I keep my distance. What's happening? Where am I? Where am I? Why am I going to the south? I don't understand. This plant shouldn't be alive, not without leaves. It doesn't resemble other trees on the wetlands. You get off your horse, prepare your axe. The water is filled with dirt and dead plants. It smells like an old corpse. The roots are spreading far, breaking through the water's surface. You don't see any saurians in the grasses or the shore. You approach the table-like altar made the 3 limestone slabs with these rocks originally as formless as they are now, or was there a point in time centuries ago when they were precisely shaped and decorated by masters of artistry? There is no way to tell. Or George's peaceful observe in the dark grass. I smile and scratch the bottom of its neck. Go ahead, I will look around just for a moment. I approach the altar. There's a clump dirt in the uneven nicks, fused by years of winds and the rains. The bottom surface of the table is dusty, but you don't find any spider webs or mold. Even though it's just a perfect spot for them. I try to make an offering with what? Ooh. What do I have? What do I even have, guys? Example food. I offer George. I offer George. George is too large. I make an offering. George. I said horse. I It's too large. Simple arrow then. I make an offering. Arrow. You put the arrow on the altar and its feathers get slightly darker, but after another breath, no more changes occur. You try to repeat this action, but to no avail. A winged hourglass. What do you mean hidden? Place your winged hourglass on the altar, but nothing happens. Okay, simple battle ass. Nothing happens. Fruit. Please have a food give finance they go to my arm. I offer my arm. Coins, guys. What am I supposed to put here, man? I walk away. Seek shelter. Cannot sleep. Why am I back here? Table master. Table master arc. I don't wanna fucking. Oh boy. We're locked, guys. Journey never ends. I don't want to rest. I want to leave. I want to try this place again. I want to go to Old Pega, guys. The path is clear in a way, the paddler is nowhere in sight, but the road is covered with leaves and broken branches. The only fruit-bearing trees are growing right on the side, on the road. Surely planted there by humans, there are many more fruits and leaves. The monster may chew on, so it may return any day now. Who knows? Maybe it won't be back. The corridor of prune trees leads you to a steep ascent. Behind them grows a peaceful meadow, filled with flowers and crickets and the humming of a waterfall. On the beaten path you spot no footprints or wheel trails, but there's a smog on the horizon. I dismount and lead George on a rope. The Pastures and fields are spread over an unnatural plateau humans must have been carving in the hill generations, covering it with soil brought here in buckets and wagons. Among the weeds and tall grasses you spot rotting tools and a tunic. The pasture is overgrowing and so are the fields. Some of the oats are ready for harvest. I stay calm. The locked gate is taller than a troll. You can imagine climbing up the massive wall. For a moment you follow the path to the edge of the cliff. Roaring ocean is more than 100 feet below you. You spot no one looking at you from the watchtower. No patrols of the archers. The wall is occupied by black and blue birds of various types. You return to the gate and focus on the sounds. There are a few screaming ibexes, a young boy is crying. I knock on the gate with my fist. The thudding scares away the birds. They caw loudly, starting to cacophony of throats and flapping wings. After a minute, you hear a bronze blade scratching against the wood as someone reveals a peephole. A strict female voice stops you from moving closer. Traveler, old Pagos is secluding, for it has been smitten by a deadly plague. Be gone before you get sick. Do you need any help? I am the new Road Warden. No one can save us. You look into the young brown eyes that match the skin of the black-haired owner. While the woman looks like a southerner, she has a strong local accent. She follows you cautiously without blinking like a fighter awaiting a strike. North from here, in the monastery, live masters of the spells and potions, blessed people guided by the right themselves, and even they are powerless. You hear more footsteps gathering near the entrance. May them be blessed, for they look after our ill. The weak voice of an elder chips in. We thank you, Warden, the woman continues. We can't know how many of us will see the winter. If you really want to help us, warn the other tribes. They wouldn't move a finger for us, but we ought to protect them. Questions about this illness? Oh. I am Tertia. If you bring any news, I'll take them to our consul. She glances at someone or something that stands to her right. It lasts a long time, even those who seem to avoid that remain weak for days. There are fevers, headaches, red faces, red eyes, and rash. Those whom we had to burn were sleeping and raving, unable to understand us, got too weak to move or even drink. Children and elderly suffer the most. Some of our youth refuse to stay behind the walls. They say they need to leave before they fall sick. If we were to let them outside, one of them could refuse to come back. I met Quintos. He's still with us. Astarion. Isn't he dead? If he's not, what else? Souls perish on the roads every day. We don't wait for him anymore. What is it you're waiting for? There's not much of a secret. She looks to her right, then at you again. Head far east to the crossroads. You'll find the watchtower and an old building made of our stone. Notice the pride in her voice, but hardly used since the war. Your friend wanted to turn it into a shelter. Higher guards patrol the roads. He took our key and rode away. He was meant to meet us again. Trade for materials and tools never happened. Before it was completed, the builders were spending the rainy days in the coastal village in the far north, Gale Rocks. It's called. Ask there for the key. All right. Yeah, I'm done, guys. Alright, we're questing and shit, but I didn't die. I survived for 3 hours. Travel. Can move this map. Oh yeah. What is this? I wanna keep playing same time, but my character doesn't die. Alt people? Right Haven. I'm gonna leave then, dude. I can't go anywhere? Really? Well, I didn't die. There's that. Well, this was Road Warden, guys. It's fucking 2 a.m. I gotta go. Yeah, it's a game for readers. It's a game for readers, guys. What am I supposed to do? Keep reading? I don't know, I'm making choices and shit. I will rolling dice and shit, but I don't feel like I'm like my choices don't really impact, I feel like. Obviously it's written well, it's just I don't really, I don't know, something's amiss. It's not just, oh, it's a text-based game. I am not really into text-based games, so I'm not really having fun. It's not that. I gave it a fucking 3 hours. Solid 3 hours. I gave it a fair shot. I can keep playing. Like again, like this Elysium was also very text heavy, even though it was voice acted. I was still reading a lot of shit. Yeah, for what it is, it's pretty good. Of a game. I was thinking, I was watching this M. Night Shyamalan's last movie, Trap. And from start to finish, I was just thinking how we could turn it into a fucking video game. I think it would be like a Hitman style game, but instead of an Hitman game, we have your target, right? You gotta stealth, you gotta disguise yourself, and eliminate your target and get out. And in this game, you are trapped. You gotta get out. I don't wanna give the details, but like with the right people, with actually smart people, game like that would fucking be super fun. Like in the, like we will sell the game as you gotta get out this area, this giant area, stadium. But in the but once you get out somehow, there will be multiple ways. Some ways are blocked, some ways are like you gotta be very creative. Then you get out, but danger is still there. There's a threat there, and there's gonna be another level or something with multiple endings. The story campaign ends with multiple endings. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Road Warden. I'm done. I'm tired. I don't know if I will play this game again, honestly. But again, for what it is, game's pretty good. I wish it did more though. I guess it's just yeah, some games still read books, so this is kind of their game, I guess, their kind of game. Just reading. I would like to do some other things as well though. Like, I don't know, some dialogue options even feel like they're there because they have wanted those lines there. Like, I wouldn't, for example, I wouldn't ask about, okay, I will actually ask these, I guess. Maybe I wouldn't ask about necromancers, even though they're cultists. I wouldn't ask about necromancers in the north, you know? You know? Maybe I'll ask about this. I'll ask about a job, since I'm a lame witcher, but... You know? I'll ask about this and this. You know? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm done for now. Have a good one. Until next time, bye bye.